The first set of stuff I'm going to show you will show you the general setup before you actually go into the program. So once the phone is active, the very first thing, you go into settings. You can go down to display to find the sleep, and you go down to sleep and make sure it's the latest one, 30 minutes. That's like if you put the phone down, it won't go to sleep for 30 minutes. The general, if I forget and I'm programming it and I send it out, if I forget, it'll be at 1 minute. And I've had an old customer from Missouri who returned it because they couldn't figure out how to switch from 1 minute to 30 minutes. So I just want to throw that out there, and they know who they are. So make sure it's on 30 minutes. Now we can go continue. And then you will receive this on Bluetooth unlocked. I don't buy the cheap stuff. All of these phones will be unlocked, which means this Bluetooth button is active. And when the Bluetooth is active, you can pair any device. So you can have Bluetooth headphones instead of our standard earbud. So I don't even sell the earbud with the unit anymore, which makes it a little bit more cheaper. You can always add it on for $70. But if you don't want it because it's so different looking, you can use your own Bluetooth. That's the best part of going through me instead of a company in China, because it will be locked and you'll have to use their earbud. And they've told me the reason is because they're trying to make more money out of people. So let's go into here. This is the next step. This is step 2, which is going into the analyzer and setting things up. So star 1 3 6 8 star. It looks very similar to A5, same exact software, same programming. The only difference really from this phone and the A5 is there's more memory, which makes it a little quicker. You can just bypass this by hitting enter. If it ever does not have a password in that section, the password's the same exact password to get into the analyzer. So now you're in here. You can verify that your Bluetooth is unlocked by going into the system information, and you'll see Bluetooth authorization with authorization spelled wrong for whatever reason. It'll say on. Frequency and external camera, you can ignore those. Those don't really mean anything. Next, you can go to common settings. Common settings will show you different kind of settings. So this is where this top one right here, testing and setup sound, this is where you would bind an earbud if you wanted one. You can go into headset, and then you would bing earphone. Once you click that, and your earphone has batteries in it and active, it'll think about it and reach out to whatever's nearby. When your earbud pairs, it'll say that it's paired. You hit enter, and then that earbud is completely locked into this phone. You cannot unbind it. It says unbind right here, but there's a code you have to do, and you have to go through the manufacturer to do that. So once you have an earbud, that's it. It's stuck on your phone. You can't use it for any other poker analyzer. So if you have 2 different versions or 2 different kinds, you got to buy another earbud. That's another thing that they do to make more money over there. So next, continue to report. That's just saying, like, when you're in a game, it'll continue to report 3-3-3 winning hand. Remote control settings. Again, that was the remote control. So that is this. Right now there's nothing paired, because you can see you can have up to 3. There's nothing there. So I can hit, you would pull that out, and then you would hit pair. Once you click on pair, just hit this top button over and over and over and over, and it'll find it and it'll connect to it right there. This is really only good to add players, subtract players. It's really all the use for it, which you can also use. That another feature is the up and down, the volume buttons. Increase player, decrease player. And that's basically common settings. Now, that was step 2. Now step 3 is game hall. So let's go to just the random 7 card, which is the regular way of playing Hold'em. So step 3, programming the poker analyzer. So you go into deal card settings right here. Right now, okay, it's already done because I did it already. But what you're going to see if nobody programs it is 5 deals, and that's it. That means 5 card draw. Everybody gets 5 cards, and the winning hand wins. That's it. So to fix that, you would do deal, deal, so everybody gets 2 cards. Because think of these, each line is an action throughout the table. So deal out 1 card, deal out 2 cards. Next, what happens next after that? You burn a card. then you flop 3. So if you look at this deal, that's when the player gets a card. Open means community cards, and remove means burn card. So burn, flop 3. Next set of action is burn, turn a card, and then burn, river a card. And that right there will program your analyzer. Once it's programmed, it will find the correct cards. So step 4, if you want to connect to an external device, we're going to show you the key fob camera. Looks like a regular key fob, but it's in camera.
Motion detected at the front camera.
So what you do is, right now it's video selection local camera. That means it's coming out of the side. We want to change that to wireless 2.57G. Once you're at 2.57G, it's reaching out and trying to find a device that's a camera. So then hit play, like you're about to play the game. You'll see static. It's just a black screen. There's nothing there stopping it. So, next step, to power it on. That is the lock button. And once it attaches, the camera will start working. So now that the camera is running, you can kind of see I'm moving it right here with the key fob. The camera is in the key part, so like I'm moving it right here, and you can see things over there. So we're going to use a deck of bicycle that are marked on the side, like this, just to get a reading so I can show you. So I'm going to flip it that way. It's kind of close. So 2 is the winning hand. To release the external camera, you release it by hitting this button. Just once. Or hold it down, yes. So now it's gone. And as you can tell, it's back to a black staticky screen. Now another tip for the analyzer is if you're in test mode and you're trying to play, it will freeze up on you. Not freeze, but after a good amount of time playing with it, it's going to stop and say start game, like it just did earlier. That means your test count has 581 test count left. All you have to do is you buy the game, and that's free. And I just exited out. So to do that, you would just put it on, you can see right there, you just put it on Wi-Fi, and then you would go into whatever game you want and hit buy, and that's it. And then once you buy it, you don't have that test count anymore, and it'll stay running forever. All right, so step 5, let's go back over here. Step 5, I'm going to show you the time clock mode. Time clock mode just means when you're in the game, let's go back out. Let's go to local camera. When you're in the game and you don't want the phone to be exposed like up like this, you can change it by clicking here, going to video or time mode. Once you're in time mode, it just shows the time like that, and it's scanning. And in your earbud or whatever you're using, it'll give you that time. To get back into the program, you have to re-enter it and go back into it, which is good because if someone grabs your phone, they would never see the screen. So that's why it's like that, where you have to go back in by logging back in. So next, another tip. If you're trying to change it to your earbud, you change it from voice mode, which is right now it's on speaker, and you change it to headset. That'll put on the earbud. If you have a Bluetooth and you're connected on your earbud, then you can leave it at speaker because your phone is going through the earbud of your choice. That's only if you're changing the earbud, or if you're using the earbud. Another trick, trick number 3, this deal from top to bottom, what that means is if you're scanning with the phone up, you do top to bottom. But if you're scanning with the phone down like this, which a lot of people do, then you want to do bottom to top, like that. Another thing you can do is you can change the output. So instead of doing just the winning hand, you can change it to the winning two hands, the top two hands, or you can change it to best to worst. So number 5 is just the best. Number 6 is first best, second best. And number 7 is top to bottom. Like that. Step 5, we're going to show you a demo. We're going to do the top two hands. We're going to do 4-player, local camera, hit play. 1, 2, so seat 1, seat 2. Best hand, second best hand. 7 deuce is going to win, beating AK, beating pocket queens, beating ace jack. Burn, flop 3. Right now, he has a pair, he has a pair. He has a pair of 7s. Now he has 3 of a kind. He's got aces and 7s. He's got just queens and 7s. He's got aces and 7s. Winner, second winner. Just like the analyzer predicted.